Here you doing? In Japan, there's so many apartments equipped with very poor kitchen facilities with no sufficient space. Where we want to say it's impossible to cook, although a single resident who rent an apartment often cook his or her own food every day at home. So why are there so many apartments like this in Japan? Is the concept of Japanese apartments based on business hotel or something that is just simple place to sleep right after coming back home and do minimal housework or something? So when we figure out the apartment that provides a really good kitchen facilities that let us cook easily and comfortably in Japan, it is almost impossible to find this type of apartment in Japan. So is it just because there's no demand in such apartments with good kitchen facilities in Japan? So the answer is no. This is all because of unreasonable convenience of the apartment owner. Because corner cutting in construction of a kitchen will contribute to cost reduction the most. For example, recently apartment rental agency pushes us broom was all electronic utilities. And this is not because apartment owner is considerate of earth environment, and this is not because the apartment owner is eco-friendly, but because he simply wants to reduce the construction costs of apartments. Because if he equips a room with all electronic utilities, he doesn't need to install the piping for gas in a room, and the construction cost really goes down after all. So in Japan, people has recognized that apartment was just a temporary residence until they purchase a house. So, so that this custom allows apartment owners to construct apartments with really poor kitchen facilities and really poor facilities in a Japanese apartment. So some time ago when I looked for an apartment by myself and I asked the staff of apartment agency why the kitchen of this apartment was such a poor, although the target of residents or university students who don't have such, who don't have much money, so that they are normally forced to cook themselves to save money after all. And a staff of a rental agency answered to my question like, people in old times recognized the students, university students, didn't cook themselves much every day. So kitchen facilities were the minimum required. Additionally, if an apartment has a great advantage in location, apartment owner tends not to carefully install good, kitchen facilities in apartment because an apartment in a good location automatically catches a great deal of customers without taking action that attract customers. In short, apartment owner rests on a situation where he can easily get people who want to rent a room even if kitchen facilities are minimal required and kitchen facilities are really poor. So 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 the more convenience so the more convenience traffic transportation is around the apartment, the poorer the kitchen facilities become in apartments. So I think this is a really bad custom of Japanese apartment management. So I hope you can find really good apartments